God, I hope Swindon get a result.
Oh, me. Fucking hell.
But
Just to knock them out, mate.
Man City's pulled the full team out though, haven't they?
On paper, it should be 10-0.
Well, it should be, mate. I mean, they've got
But
world class.
you've got to remember, they're playing at Swindon, and them lads are playing with their hearts and souls.
Yeah, they are, mate. 100%. No, it's going to be.
With it being on the telly tonight, that little team's probably making more money than they've made in the last 12 months.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It keeps these clubs going for the rest of the season.
Exactly.
That's what it does, mate. But fingers crossed, we've got the bet on, so it's not bad odds, that, mate.
What, 100 quid back?
Why, aye.
For a fiver? Oh, that's better than an armed robbery.
So
I've got a treble on tomorrow, you know.
Have you?
Yeah, 20 quid I've got on it. It's Fulham,
Yeah.
Palace, and Newcastle.
Fantastic.
Now, if them three come in, I'll probably get about 100 quid back, I think.
Trippier's a great signing for us, mind.
Oh, mate. Oh, did you get the message?
Yeah, I did, mate. I did. He's it seems to have had the desired effect because he's removed his YouTube channel, which is great. So.
Has he?
Yeah, honestly, mate, he was just making an absolute fool of himself back in Decaheggy.
Absolute prat, mate.
And as you say, driving round with a doumy of you in his car and stuff.
I know. It's an embarrassment. When he first come on the scene, I used to have a laugh and joke. Yeah, I thought it was quite funny. But in the end, it became a fucking joke, mate.
There's something wrong about a grown man, though, who drives around like that. You know what I mean? And
I'm not joking about that nappy. He actually had a nappy on when he visited me.
That's weird, isn't it?
He said, I hope you don't mind, Chaz, but I've actually got a nappy on. I said, well, look, listen, I don't give a fuck what you got on. I said, but why have you got a nappy on? He said, just in case I shit myself.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. And I had two other visitors with him who'd come up.
Oh, my God.
And they were both women. It was embarrassing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's just that just tells you that he's actually got, like, some kind of mental problem.
Something the matter with, and he drives round his town with a dummy and me in the passenger seat. He's got Bronson all over his car. He's got flags of Bronson on his car. And I fucked him off over Dave Courtney because he was going to do a bit of business with Dave, right? And he went down to see Dave at a meeting. And I phoned Dave up, and Dave said, is he all right? I said, yeah, he's all right. He said, he's fucking weird. I said, yeah, I said, he's a bit of an eccentric, Dave, but he's all right, mate. And anyway, we had another meeting, and Dave went fucking bananas, mate, with it on him, you know. And when I spoke to Dave, I said, what happened? He said, what happened? He said, what's that cunt? He said, he's a fucking idiot, Chaz. I said, well, I know he is. I said, he's what you call eccentric. He said, don't fucking send any more eccentric, his dad.
Do you remember our first visit, and I came to see you, and I said, I was asking you about somebody, and I said, what on earth do you let him visit you for? And you went, well, Steve, sometimes, you know, it's nice to meet people just to remind me that I'm the sane one.
It's fucking true, you know.
Hey.
Listen, I ain't gonna slag the fella, mate, because he was funny at one time, but he got too much, mate. He got too much. The guy is, in fact, I'm in here and he's out there. I can't work that one out.
No, it doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense.
I will say this about him: he is harmless.
Yeah.
He's absolutely harmless.
Just eccentric, I guess, mate. Just eccentric.
But if he's sticking up for that fucking nonsense, mate, I don't want to know him.
Well, you just don't make it. It just doesn't make sense, you know. I mean, look, a lot of this gets out of control, Charlie. Like social media and YouTube and all of these things now have become such an integral part of our life on the other side of the wall that it can be used as a massive tool. So, for example, when I interview Richard about the book, or when I've interviewed Gemma about the website, or when I'm doing a podcast, like when we released those tapes with you on, they created so much of a positive vibe around your story.
Creative, mate.
But there's a flip side to that, and what you're seeing is with Decaheggy, right? Now listen, the guy's clearly got things on his record, and he's clearly got no further action on some fairly creepy stuff. But he's now getting subjected to what you would call a trial by YouTube. So basically, loads of people are chipping in and having their say, and that's what's happening, Charlie. And that's just weird. And you know what I'm really concerned about is the victims, Charlie, because there is victims of some of these cases that people who are now saying stuff online could actually jeopardize a serious case being seen. If this, let's just say, for instance, that one of these things was true about a child or a woman, then something that goes onto YouTube could jeopardize him being convicted of that.
It could be brought up at the trial, it could stop the trial.
Could say it's not a fair trial because it's already been on the internet.
It's like that Piers Morgan. Someone's just been nicked for threatening him and his son.
Really?
Yeah, to kill him.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Sending him fucking whatever it is, emails or whatever, and he's got all the emails. Give it to the police, and the geezer has just been nicked.
Wow. Did you see? Have you seen the breaking news? I feel sorry for Derby County fans, by the way.
Why? What's happened?
Mike Ashley has put a £50 million bid in to buy their club. I know. Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable.
Fucking hell.
I know. Are you still in isolation then?
Yeah, well, this is the latest. I finish it on Monday. This Monday coming.
Okay.
But the people who ain't on isolation, who are coming out and going to the yard and having a shower and all that, they had to have another test yesterday. So that's now their second test.
Right.
And I can't work out why they've had the test. Now, if they're going to let me out Monday and I'm going to the exercise yard and pick my own food up and all that and have a shower, right, they're going to be then moaning, saying, well, how come we've had 2 fucking tests and Charlie ain't had any?
Oh, God.
So it's going to cause a lot of problems. But what a screw told me today, he says, it's not us, it's not the prison, it's the health.
Right.
It's the health department.
Right.
Now, what they might say to me Monday is, you can come out now, Chaz, but you've got to have a test. So I'm going to fuck them off again. And then I've got to do another 10 days.
No, right, okay.
Now, I ain't spoke to him. I left him a message today, Dean, me solicitor.
Yeah.
And I've told him, get your finger out now, mate, do something about this. I says, because I've just gone, it's on Monday, I've gone 12 days, not 10, I've gone 12 days without a shower or exercise, and I honestly believe it's illegal.
Yeah, but it's a human
now,
right.
This is what I've said, and I'll put it in writing and all. This is what I've said. I said, I'm an old man now, which I am. I said, I'm an old man now, and if I thought for one moment that I've got COVID, I would automatically put down a cedar nurse and do a test. I said, but while I'm as fit as a fiddle and there's nothing the matter with me, and every fucking screw works on this unit knows that, there is no reason on this fucking earth you cannot walk me to the exercise yard.
Yeah.
You've all got masks on. I ain't got a mask, but I said, you've all got masks on, so you're taking a piss, mate.
Yeah, so it's a case of watch this space and see what happens on Monday.
Watch this space now. So Monday, they might come to me door and say, look, Chaz, your 10 days are up, but you have to take a test because all the other lads are taking 2 tests. But where the boys have gone wrong, everyone should have refused to do that test.
Yeah.
We're on a little unit. There's only half a dozen of us here. We're on a tiny little unit. None of us have got COVID. So why do tests?
Yeah.
If everyone refused, what are they going to do? Lock us up forever?
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. While I remember that book that's getting sent into you is called Through the Eyes of Mine.
Through the Eyes of Mine.
And it's by Aaron Nathan Grossman. He was called, on the outside, he was called Locks. And he was part of the Gooch Gang in Manchester in the 90s.
I'm looking forward to reading that then.
And he sent it from Amazon and he signed it, so you should get it.
How could he have signed it then?
Apparently what they can do is they can do like a special, it must be like a digital signature. So,
yeah.
So it must be done like that.
How old is he now? In his 40s?
Well, he was born in 1987, 6th of the 6th, 1987.
87?
And it's a hell of a... It basically says, before he entered into the life of gang banging, drugs and bloody wars, which led to a long stay in a prison system.
And what is he, Mossad?
Gooch. Yeah, Gooch. It was the Gooch estate.
I was going to say, is the photos in the book?
Yeah, I think so, mate, yeah.
Yeah, I do love a book with photos in.
Yeah, but he's, he says it's like an educational book as well as one about his life. So, he wrote it himself, he's produced it himself. He didn't go to a publisher. I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to getting a copy myself. And
is he going on a book signing?
I think so, mate. I think COVID's on the outside. It seems to be lessening off. We're going into herd immunity.
Tell him for me, I'm proud of him because when I hear someone getting out of prison, turning it round, mate, I've got nothing but admiration for him.
Yeah, I got him on my podcast, mate. He's a lovely, lovely guy, and
it's not easy, Steve, getting out of jail and going straight.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
When they get out, I don't know, but they only give them about 100 quid in the pocket,
That's right, aye. That's right.
Time you get a taxi, you get your fish and chips and a pint of Guinness, it's gone, mate.
Yeah, you've got no chance, and that's why it's a vicious circle, Charlie.
Yeah, and they can't get a job. Where are they going to sleep? Come on, mate. It's obvious they're going to go back to crime.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly, but he's...
Every man who's doing 5 years and over in prison, their last year, they should have a job in prison and pay them a wage.
Exactly.
So they can save up, I don't know, £50 a week or whatever.
Yeah.
So when they get out, they've got £1,000 in the back pocket.
And even if it's and if it's people who are people who are entitled to like day release and that, get them working, get them going out and doing stuff, get them a trade if people aren't educated.
It's common sense.
Yeah, that's the problem though.
That's why everyone comes back.
The problem is though that the money they get for having someone inside, Charlie, that's the problem. You know what I mean? For having an inmate, the money that they get generated off having prisoners in jail, they get paid for it, don't they? The government. That's the problem. They want you to go back to prison. They want you to fail because it's
like a fan belt, isn't it, in a factory.
It's a vicious circle, isn't it? It's a vicious circle, mate.
Hey, without cons, there'd be fucking thousands of people out of work.
Oh, 100%, mate. 100%.
Probation, police, prison officers, teachers. It'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, they need the prisons full. That's why they do it, mate. That's why they do it. Yeah. So, food-wise, big fry up tomorrow?
Yeah, Saturday fry. I'd be fish and chips today. Got me canteen. I never bought one bar of chocolate this week.
Are you on a detox for this month,
like? I'm doing a lot of workouts at myself, and I thought, fuck it. I'm just going a couple of weeks without me chocolates. But I've got me fruit, got me yogurts, got a few biscuits, got me tea bags.
See, I'm doing
jars of honey. I'm sweet, mate.
Monday to Friday, I don't have any chocolate or sweet stuff or crisps. Then Saturday and Sunday, I have as much as I want. During the week, what I'll have is I'll have a meringue, I'll have some strawberry yoghurt, and then I'll have some raspberry, strawberries, and grapes all in the bowl. So that's what I'm going to have when I come off the phone to you tonight.
And that's your treat.
And a nice cuppa.
Yeah, you've earned that.
Yeah, but it's good for you. It's low fat. It's plenty fruit in it.
It's lovely.
Yeah, you got to keep healthy, Charlie.
I miss a nice bit of cheese and onion on toast.
Oh, that's nice, mate. Aye.
With a nice cup of rosy leeks.
Butter, baked beans and cheese melted onto the top is what I quite like, with some Worcester sauce on it. Living the dream, mate.
What have you had for tea then?
I had a curry the night, jalfrezi curry with rice and a naan bread.
Was it nice?
Lovely, mate. Lovely, yeah.
Yeah, I've got the telly on now, the volume's off, but they're all queuing up now, ready to go out.
Well, enjoy the match and fingers crossed for Swindon. Come on, the Swindon.
Come on, Swindon! But the truth be known, I think it's going to be about 5-0, mate.
Yeah, probably will be. But Newcastle win tomorrow, mate.
But you never know, mate. You never know.
God bless you, mate.
Good one, bruv.
Take care.